Hey, I'm Astro Brie. Thanks for clicking in and joining me for a reading. We're gonna do what the cards tell us to do. We're gonna ask a few questions. We're gonna let Spirit lead, and I'm not gonna tell you anything that you don't need to hear. Promise. Feel free to like and subscribe. We've already got cards flying. So while you do that, let me turn these over. Pick this bad boy up. This is the Magdalena Oracle deck. I have the Messenger, Illumination, Guardian Angel, and Serendipity. I will say that the Messenger was the one that came on the floor. Serendipity, the Guardian, and Illumination are all upright, where the Messenger is definitely in this picture. It's a bound picture. This angel looks bound. We'll read from the deck. I'm going to read also messages that I get while I'm listening. You'll soon find yourself shining brightly as you attract as much admiration and attention from others. The universe is born in a superluminescent explosion of light, and in an instant it expanded to a point to span 1 billion light years in every direction. And you too are part of this experience with a rapid expansion that brings increased recognition into your field of work or your study. So you may feel like, and I say this because it was reversed, although these cards, the deck did not specify reverse. I do say that when it's reversed, even if the deck doesn't specify, I always consider that kind of like a highlighted card, like Spirit, especially because it fell. The other cards are all in correspondence to being woken with these messages, being woken, being touched, being illuminated. And that really is the place that we're all going to right now. We're all stepping out. The sunshine is coming through Leo now in tropical, which is 6 degrees Cancer, Vedically. So Venus number 6. Let's read some cards. I will say, woo, 3 cards popped up right away. Libra, Scorpio, and the 6th house. Transformations. Now, I haven't shuffled or asked for a card yet. Let me put this back in here. Because of that, I'm not going to take that and read it, but I will say, because they threw themselves out, there is, and I wasn't done with this, there is a illumination towards transformation when it comes to habitual nature, 6th house, for Scorpio energy. Okay, so let's do this. Let's shuffle this deck here. I also got the Carl Jung tarot done by Robert Wood, I think. I'll bring it out in a moment or on my next reading. I honestly haven't broken it down all the way down. I haven't comprehended it all. I need the book every single time I'm starting to get it, but it changes the it changes the archetypes itself, and it's literally called the archetype deck, and it's much more related in its concepts into explaining its concepts through astrology. It literally has a different combination of aspects or planetary positions for each card, and they're not the typical astrology card. So I will bring that out soon, but I'm still learning it. So for my closest people, I am doing them in my personal readings. Capricorn, Leo, Neptune. Okay, so Capricorn's inverted, reversed. Again, this deck, this is the Black Lilith deck. This deck does not talk about reversals, so again, it's just highlighted. There is no backwards nature to it or different meaning. It's just highlighted. Capricorn, work, diligence, success, succession, and maybe the lack thereof or the focus of the nature of that at all. Leo energy, 100% sunshine. We are focusing on heart, nature, joy, children, the mystical belief in being godlike yourself, and Neptune, pure release and sacrifice, with a detachment, spiritual release and attachment, so that you can feel at peace, holding on to pain, holding on to things that make us feel sad because we feel like we need to, like we're responsible. If we don't hold on to them, then those things will no longer exist, and that's a bad thing. Grief for personal loss, grief for jobs, grief for life phases. Like, we have to grieve who we've been, and sometimes that means stepping out of jobs that we've had, stepping out of workplaces that we've been in, titles and success lanes that we've taken. They may not feel right anymore, and you may be able to stand in that acceptance in a very proud way, where a lot of people do that in a very private way. Like, Neptune energy is very like, I want to do it by myself. But with this, I see it very much, no, you're actually proud to do that, whatever that change may be. Good for you. Let's read again. Who else can we get? What else can we get? Thank you all for joining me, for just joining me now. Please like and subscribe. Hit that like, subscribe. Let me know that you are enjoying the content. If there's anything you want to see more of, I am here for you. Half the deck just flew out, and when I said that, so wow. That's too much to go through. Thank you, Spirit, but I don't know what order you want me to do those in, so let's just take a nice big shuffle. Nice deep breath. Spirit, I call to you now. Can you give me clarity? Let me see what you want me to see. Let me relay the messages you need relayed. Mercury's here. I can feel that. Alright, and we got love. We got Venus. This is a love reading. This is a love reading. Look to your Venus signs. Look to where Venus is now. Where is Venus now? Where is Venus now? I have the chart of the moment right here somewhere. Here we go. Venus is tropically. She's also at, so she's at the same degree as Lilith and the Sun and Jupiter right now. She is actually opposite Jupiter right now. We are having some amazing energy from Leo, and I know, I think it's in tropical Virgo by now, like it may be counted by Western astrologers. And when I say that, I just mean the big popular ones. Like almost everyone who's new and doing things with this new elements of astrology and all the internet availability, like we're all learning that doing it sidereally is much easier to understand when it comes to rulerships and all that goodness. Right now the Sun is ruling over Venus, which means everybody gets to feel that. Every single day we get aspects of the Sun. Well, I should say the Sun doesn't necessarily make aspects, but the Sun will go through one, like it's our heart, it's our ticker, it's our timer. It's like as much as Saturn is time, the Sun is also time, because the Sun is our radiance. Like it's our luminescence. And right now, Venus is really echoing everyone to really feel love and embrace love and embrace the joy of childhood, creativity. That didn't come out, so I'm not reading it. Let's see. Scorpio's back. Here we go. Scorpio. I do have quite a few clients with heavy Scorpio positions. I myself have a Scorpio position. My ears are ringing like crazy. Those who have tapped in, I am protected here. You are welcome to stay and sit on the pews. I have church pews. Thank you. I need silence and concentration. I call to my guides. Help me clear away distraction. I am here for me, and we are here together. So Scorpio, I got the Sun and Venus. Like I said, they're in relationship to each other. Also Jupiter is there now, but that card didn't come up. However, Pluto and Mercury and the 4th house did. There is, and all of those and the Sun came up reversed. So there are more reversions. There are more upside down cards than there are right side up. The first 2 cards were right side up. Everything else is upside down. So when it comes to love, Scorpio, it's saying the transformations of the mind at the root of your spirit are not finished yet. That's all I'm going to give you. Because that was the transformation, mind, root, spirit. So I'm reading, literally giving you just that because you know. You already know, Scorpio. I'm telling you these things. You're probably yelling at me that I haven't cracked open that other deck yet. In time, princess, in time. Okay. Should we crack it open? I don't know, guys. You know what I need to do? I need to order incense. I need to order frankincense. You guys link me. Lunar eclipse, 1st house. All right. Who's this for? Leo's up again. And Capricorn. Okay, so these cards are constantly flying out, and I have done some serious shuffling, but Leo, Capricorn. We have 12th house upright, okay? That is isolation. That is being alone, being able to disappear from the responsibility of the other dimensions and the appearance of other people. Literally isolation. All places isolation. This includes hospitals, trips away, even just days alone. This is the ability to have your own reality as well. A lunar eclipse card speaks of a very quick change that goes through shifts with an apex part, just like the moon's cycle goes from the nothingness to the full, back to the nothingness in slivers and halves. This is how this change is going. And there's also phases of the moon on the first card too, on the 12th house card. The 1st house card came up again. We saw this one earlier. And the 9th house card came up inverted. Yod, destiny. Okay, this card here speaks of the Yod aspect, where 2 very large aspects are hitting the same point from 2 different planets, and then there's a midpoint between those 2, and sometimes that planet is hit with something. This creates kind of like the Grand Trine, where a planet is equally in each of the signs at the same number of the same element, so the element is working together with 3 different placements. It's like that, but it's not a fluid energy. In fact, it's a unavoidable energy. Like, you can see this on a person when they have a personal planet Yod. That will be their initial personality placement, especially if it's in the 1st, 7th, 4th, or 10th house, like if it's in the cardinal houses. This is just because that space means that there was angles of the planets looking at each other almost like a slingshot, literally, and the energy then is always filtered through you in that format. That's what your natal chart is. The shapes on your natal chart is like the filter on which you get energy, and therefore going through these patterns means that you have to, it's literally how you accept and understand things. Leo card reversed. This is interesting again, because again, we're in tropical Leo season. Today! It drops today! Okay. I looked at myself in the mirror for a second. with the inverted Leo, don't do that. There's insecurities here, especially because this fell in the first house, ninth house inversion. I see that as personal guilt. I see this as a shame. There's also the 8th house here besides the 9th house, and then the Capricorn. So I feel like the 9th house is aspirations of things you want to do. It's also spiritual theoretics. Actually, let me read that card. I feel like this one's really significant right now. 9th house is very important in most people's charts when you're looking at how a person develops, how they develop themselves, rather, like in what method, in what patterns. So first house is your identity and how you identify, but your 9th house is a position in the sign of Sagittarius. It's naturally ruled by Jupiter. It represents the search for meanings through established structures. Things we do with the government, and religion may come about the 9th house. Also, destiny, fate, and karma will come into play, as well as you view what God may or may not be. So this is also how you have faith. So there's an inverted faith here. Yeah, it's the house of faith. That's interesting. So it's also a house of faith of self. And since it holds opposition with the 3rd house of communication, it represents publishing and influencing through the written word. So it's also reputable, literal world. It's a very important chart for writers, actually, and people with big theoretical ideas. So having an inverted 9th house in your 1st house would say that you maybe have a negative theory of self, of God. Having the sun in the 8th house and Capricorn here, maybe this is something you're releasing. This shame, this debt of work. Again, the Capricorn is reverted. The 8th house is inverted. Leo is inverted. This was a destined thing. On one side, we have change and flow and ebbs of change happening in a destined manner, because the 1st house represents the ego, the self, the body, reputation, what you are. And then you have this inverted 9th house, which is like, maybe it's an atheist thing. Maybe you were waking up and realizing you're not, you're not a slave. You're not just another number. I want more information. Let's try the Jungian deck. Okay, so this is really interesting. Are you guys still with me? 1827. Somebody count that up for me. 99 is 18. And woo! Anyways. Okay. Let's see it. And this change in ebb and flow, this destiny. Tell me about this destiny. Tell me about this destiny. This ebb and flow, this change. This change, this ebb and flow. This yod. This destiny. Tell me, what was the trigger? What is the thing? Who is the thing? What is the thing that we need to know about this? This yod that points to this situation. Thank you. Okay. You know what? I honestly think I should get a catch-all net. All readers should have them, because we fly, like, if we don't. We are of the hands that fly the cards. Okay. 6 Pentacles. Be nice to have something to catch it there. Maybe I should do metallic cards, and then, like, well, probably not a good idea to sit in a room full of metal when I'm doing this. All right, 6 of Pentacles. And like I said, this is the Carl Jungian deck, written by Robert Wang. It's just a really crappy little white paper book in this, but Whoa. He doesn't even give spreads. It's literally just explanations of the cards. This is called Sun in Capricorn, which is funny because I have Sun in Capricorn here. Wealth through hard work, long hard work through impressive results, with impressive results, solidarity, unanswering self-discipline, a great, very great patience, working against the odds and opposition, self-assured, guarantees success, maybe dark periods of uncertainty and depression. Sun in Capricorn. Six of Pentacles, that's what is called in the Jungian deck. That's why this change is happening, because the Sun in Capricorn, the Son of Saturn, Son of Capricorn. Okay, so if you're a father, the Capricorn energy, this could be for you. If you're a Leo. All right. And now this new understanding of this new faith. What is this faith? This loss. This is dark. Okay, so can we get a little bit of understanding? Okay. Again, these cards don't come, but that did fall reversed. Let's look at this card. Oh my god. This card is so dark. Oh my god. Okay, let's see here. The Hermit. Virgo. I love this card. Check that out. Okay, archetype of the wise old man, divine inspiration, light shed on dark, dangerous path, discrimination, guidance, honesty, and thoughtfulness, industriousness, contemplation, high ideas which are grounded in real world, attribution, and a reason chosen over force. Love it. This is the change. This is the shift. The faith, the things that are ending. I love it. I love it so much. The Hermit card. All right. I'm getting a lot of pressure on my frontal lobe right now. I'm going to reshuffle, and we're going to do a different deck and call to a different light, and we will be right back. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe.